You guys, so we are here. I am so pumped, man. I have been waiting days and days and days to jump on Skype with this guru behind YouTube, man. I'm excited. We were out in LA a couple of weeks ago, just really enjoying each other's time. And y'all, this dude is a celebrity. So what's going on, Tim? How are you, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing better than I deserve. That's what I'm supposed to say around here.
That's that Dave Ramsey for you.
Yeah, well, we've been following Dave Ramsey for many years. Been debt free for about 10 years. This will be 10 years coming up, and it was because of that I was able to start on YouTube in the first place. I took the risk to kind of. I lost my job, and YouTube and a blog were there, and it was a long story, but I started on YouTube just to use it as a place to introduce my girlfriend at the time to my family back home, and then other people started watching, and I thought it was creepy because I was like, who's watching this? Like, who's Catlicker69, and why are they watching my videos?
Wow.
So, and then it all kind of grew from there, and because we were debt-free, we were able to do this and take the risk and grow it into what it is today, a full business with employees and millions of people who are impacting and changing their lives every month. So it's awesome.
Man, well, I appreciate you, your channel. Tell your girlfriend thank you so much for.
She's my wife now.
She's your wife now. I am
just kept
so
going.
sorry
now we
about
got
that.
7 kids in 8 years. And,
Wait. Tim, did you say 7 kids?
In 8 years, that's right. Yep. Our oldest
7
is 8. Our
kids?
youngest is 5 months old. We're busy. Yeah, in more ways than one.
Y'all are very busy. Well, Matt, we're here. You know, you are the expert in this space. You know, I have a heart and passion for young people, for millennials, for helping them really avoid debt, build some extra income coming in. And YouTube is a great place to where you can do that because you can share your personality, you could be you, and also make a little bit of money to help go towards their dreams and some of their goals. And to do like what you and your wife did, become debt-free and make some good money for all 7 kids. On the side, you got a basketball squad, bro, like for real. But let's jump into it, okay? Because we have some people right now watching. What is the very first thing, if I'm starting a YouTube channel for myself, what is the very first thing I should be considering and looking at? Yeah,
there's a lot of things that go into growing a YouTube channel. And what I want to focus on here with you and for you guys who are watching is the things that are like the top. If you do 20% of this, you get like 80% results, you know? So like,
okay.
Where's the juice worth the squeeze the most for really getting started? If you have no channel at all, you just want to like, all right, Tim, ready to go. Where do I start? First thing you need to know is who these videos are for and why they should care about watching them. So like this is called like the target audience. Who is the most ideal subscriber to your channel that you're trying to target and that you're going after? And then why should they care? Like what's going to keep them coming back and watching? There's a lot of different things that this could represent, but it could be like, all right, I'm going to teach you how to do something. That could be like an educational value. There could be an entertainment value, which usually on YouTube is actually a relational value where people are going to love you, know you, like you, trust you, like those types of things. And so they're watching, they start watching maybe for the story, but then they keep watching because like, hey, I actually like this guy, Anthony. Like I should stick around and keep watching this channel. So knowing who you're going after and why they should care, those are the very first things you need to know.
And that's awesome because you talk about the target audience and what is your value. And when I go to your channel, I know I can go to your channel and learn how to really grow my YouTube channel. It's just very clear and very specific. And even when I think back to like my brother-in-law, belief in fatherhood, he only talks about being a stay-at-home father. So any parents can go there. So that's solid. So it sounds like you're saying when you launch, the very first thing is really know what you're going to do and specialize in on YouTube.
Yeah, and if you want to take it to the next level, it's also knowing why you do it. You know, so like Dave Ramsey isn't just about becoming debt free. He's actually about freedom, right? That's like at the end of the day, that's what it really is. For me, it's not just about teaching people how to grow their YouTube channels and make money, turn them into businesses so they can, and then this is it, so that they can reach people and change their lives. That's the why. So it's not just what you do, but it's why you do it. And when the strongest communities, online and offline, they don't revolve around common interests. They actually revolve around shared beliefs. And when you have a shared belief with someone, it's like a vacuum. You are much more likely to watch that person, subscribe, and want to be a part of every single thing they do. That's when they want to start making financial transactions with you. And so not that you use it for that purpose, but beliefs, like brands are ultimately belief systems. And if you can develop, like, not just, hey guys, subscribe to my channel because I'm going to start doing gaming videos, or I'm going to start vlogging, or I'm going to make beauty tutorials. Like, I'm going to make beauty tutorials that make you feel valuable, that make you feel confident or whatever, right? I'm doing gaming videos that will, like, that's the what, but then what's the why? I'm going to make gaming videos that help you overcome the fears you have in life, because we're going to do that in the game. I'm making this up off the top of my head, but you get the idea.
No, you got it, man. Know your what, know your why. That's where you need to start off. That's amazing. So I remember when I started the YouTube channel, this AO channel here sometime last year, have an amazing team, but I still needed to buy some cameras, buy some lights, learn how to edit. And man, and to be honest, that was kind of, I was nervous because I'm like, man, I don't know what camera to buy. I don't know what kind of lights I need to have, or editing. Like, I can't edit. So let's talk about that for a little bit, because I know that's going to be like your number 2 thing, like, hey, the production side of things. But where should a beginner start? I
think you should start with whatever tool you currently have. It's very easy to get caught up in, like, well, I need this DSLR, I need this microphone, I need these lights, and I need this special studio. Like, we can come up with tons of excuses why we shouldn't just start, but you gotta just start, you know? So if what you have is like an iPhone, just use your iPhone, or Android, like whatever. Yeah, just start with the device that you have, and think less about the equipment. Like, these are just tools. Your channel doesn't grow and it doesn't die based on the types of cameras and equipment you're using. It has to do more with the human elements, and which we'll talk about here as well. But focus less on equipment. Now, there's some things that you should do, like, don't shoot in a noisy environment if you have a quiet environment right next door, you know? If you have a window, like, don't put the window behind you because you'll be really dark. Instead, just turn and face the window so that you're using that to light yourself. Like, simple things like that, just keep those things in mind. But to go all out and think I need to spend $1,000 on equipment to get started, that's not true. I started my channel now, almost 400,000 subscribers, where we're training people how to grow on YouTube. I started it on an iPhone.
Wow.
My very first channel that also is doing millions of views a month, I started that with my webcam on my computer.
Wow.
So it's more about the content value and less about production value.
That's good. I was just about to ask you about that. So should they focus solely in the beginning? Yes, have some quality stuff as far as what you already have, phone, webcam on a Apple computer or any computer, but focus more so on the goodness of the content and the quality of the content. And I mean, and to be honest, these new iPhones, they're shooting in 4K.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can really get some quality stuff out of it until you build. And as you build, then you can build your equipment.
And then you'll know what better equipment to buy and that you need and don't need. So your money will be better spent at that point too.
That's good. That's good. You know, Dave, as always, there's one thing I'm teaching as well. Stay on your budget. Stay within your budget. And then as your budget grows, we'll go from there. So we talked about know your what, know your why. We talked about your equipment. Your equipment doesn't have to be all of that. What would you say is the next thing? What's that number 3 thing?
I think it's important to just start and see if you can commit to some sort of like frequency, some sort of posting schedule.
Okay.
One, for a few reasons. One is because it starts training your audience to know when they can come back and watch another video from you. If you don't tell them that, then the only time they're going to see a video from you is if they come back to YouTube looking for someone else and they just happen to stumble upon your latest video. But if you let them know, like the way television does, like television wants you to make their programming part of your weekly rhythm. And so they know, like every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, I sit down and I watch whatever show, or I'm like, right? So you don't have to be super like to the minute, but just letting people know, like, hey, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have a new vlog for you that's going to help you young moms just feel like what you're doing is a noble and worthy goal. You know, like just make, like, that's the value proposition. I'm saying Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, I know every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I know I can sit down and watch. So don't beat yourself up if you miss a day, or especially at the beginning, but but committing to that helps you start thinking about how can I regularly create value for people in video content. And then 2, it helps your audience know when they can come back and watch more videos.
Got you. So you're talking about being consistent as far as, and if you're going to post on Mondays at 2 o'clock. And that way I know as a viewer, I can come to your channel every Monday at 2 o'clock and see a video.
Right. Yeah. So
and if you miss a day, it's not going to hurt you. Just don't do it often though, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So like if you're going after teenagers, for example, with your content, you're like, hey, I want to be there when they get off the bus, or when they get out of school, they hop on the bus, they sit down, they watch my video, or they're working out in the gym, like they got something for me to listen to, or whatever you want the rhythm to be. That's just make it consistent for them.
So from the frequency standpoint, would you recommend 1 video a week to start off, 2 videos a week to start off, 3, 4, 5 every day? Like, what would you recommend for their first year on YouTube? It
really depends on the content and the goals for the channel, but I would say, can you just do 1 video first?
Okay.
And it's not gonna be perfect. You're gonna be like, oh, I'm embarrassed to talk. I talked to a friend of mine this morning. He has 1.2 million subscribers on YouTube, very successful channel. He said he was embarrassed to be on camera for the first 350 videos. And he said it wasn't until video number 750 that he actually felt like that was a good video, right? So, but like most things in life, you're not a super athlete, you're not a super musician, you're not like super at anything the first time you do it. So just do 1 and post it. Don't let your pride kind of get out of the way and be like, you know what? It's not perfect, but that's okay. I'm posting it. And then do it again. And do it again, and then do it again. And so I would say if you're trying to grow the channel, you need to have a rhythm, and once a week is about minimum of what it takes. Now if you're doing an animation channel or a music video channel, like some of those just take more time to produce those. And so you can maybe think of filler content like behind the scenes or Q&A or follow me as I type of content that would fill in that stuff. But once a week is what I would shoot for if you're just getting started.
And I like that, and I think that leads into the next tip that you've sent me as far as in some good stuff for the next one. You talk about storytelling, and I think to me that's like, what type of content? Like, what are you educational? Are you entertainment? Like, explain that to us a little bit as far as in storytelling. Yeah,
the barrier of entry, which is like how easy it is for someone to get involved in something, is getting lower and lower on YouTube. It used to be that you get started on YouTube, all you needed was like a camera because no one else was posting anything. That was when I got started in 2006, that was what it was like. Then it was like, well, then you just need to be consistent. And then that worked for a while. Then it was like, well, you just need to make it look good and look better, and that was working. But now there's a lot of creators who are consistent, they're looking good, and the next level, I believe, in order to grow this over the next year, 2 years, the next skill people are going to acquire is storytelling. Because stories is what people actually connect to. It's what gets human emotion involved. It's what Jesus did. Like, he always, like, there once was a man, and he tells you a story rather than just telling you the main point. Right? Because stories actually change beliefs, and they get people to take action, and it sucks us in. And so I've been doing a lot of experimenting on my channel, and I'm moving definitely towards storytelling, but even for educational content. But when I do 2 pieces of content, I've been doing this for a while now, 2 pieces of content, and almost the exact same content, but one is like 5 ways to do this, and the other one is like a story base. It's like twice as long. This video, hands down, gets more than twice as much amount of time people watching, over triple the amount of engagement, quadruple the number of views. And so same content, just wrapped in a story context. That's what gets people, that's what hooks people's attention and gets them enticed. So it's very hard to actually tell good stories, but you can simply start by thinking in the context of, story, and that'll do a lot to really help people more naturally gravitate towards your channel.
Man, that's good, man. You just actually taught me something there that my team and I are going to sit down. There's nothing wrong with doing how-to videos because those work, but how can you turn a how-to into a story how-to video?
Yeah, someone watches a how-to video, and this is like an actual comment from someone just like last week in my YouTube audience. They said, Tim, when you do the tutorials, those are great. I promptly forget about them about 5 minutes later. and I don't actually do any action. But when you tell the same content in the story, he's like, I had to watch this video 3 times and my life is different now as a result. And that's the power of story, and actually prompting people to take action because they know the stakes are high rather than you just telling them the stakes are high. So it's, and a good story, to give you a framework, I love the way Donald Miller puts it. It's a good story that people love is about a character who wants something, overcomes conflict to get it, and is transformed by the process. They're a different person at the end of the story than they were at the beginning of the story. And that conflict is what changed them in some way. And so whenever even if you're vlogging or gaming, or even like, here's how you experience financial freedom, it's like, who is the character? What do they want? How they overcome conflict to get it? And how are they different as a result? That's the story that Western society anyway just loves, and they just love that story all day long. So
I love it. I love it. Hey, y'all, he just mentioned something I believe is amazing, and we're going to put the link below to Donald Miller's book. He's a good friend of ours here at the Ramsey Solutions, and a good friend of mine, and a good friend of, as you can see, Tim's. And we're going to put his book below because he's right. If we could tell more stories, not just y'all, but even myself, we could win on YouTube. So thank you so much for that, Tim. So let's jump into the next one. We've talked about positioning your target audience, video production, what kind of lights you need, the frequency, down to storytelling. But the next one you have here is pretty much like the strategy. Mm-hmm. Why are you here? What are you here? What are you going to accomplish? What are some of your goals? So let's spend a little bit of time there.
Yeah, what people often do, and this is okay when you're first starting out, but if you want to grow, like if you're just posting random videos about stuff, like it's people just not sure what they're going to get in the next video, and so they unsubscribe. And so a strategy is important. There's a few different layers of this, but I think you guys should start by thinking in terms of maybe 2 different buckets. Let's just give you 2 categories to think through. The first bucket is like you're making a video that's intentionally designed and crafted to be a discoverable video.
Nice.
And so by discoverable, I don't just mean search. That's what most people think of. But I'm thinking there's YouTube will just put your videos in front of the right people when they start feeling confident that this video is for that person. So they have the suggested videos next to other videos on YouTube. That's usually a huge driver of traffic, far more than search for most channels. You have the homepage. You just log in looking for stuff, and YouTube's like, oh, this person loves content like this. Let's take Anthony's new video and just put it right in front of them. They're not even searching for it, right? And so discoverable, there's a lot that goes into that. But just think primarily of, if someone in my target audience saw this title and saw this thumbnail, would they be enticed to click, knowing absolutely nothing about who I am or care who I am? They just see the value or the story that's teased and pitched in that title and thumbnail. Will they click and watch? And the answer is yes, that would be a discoverable video. So, and there's a lot that then goes into the video, but then like the main goal of that video when they get to the end is to get them to watch another video and do that. The second bucket of category of content is community content. And this is where you capitalize on the traffic that the discoverable videos brought in. And so this is the goal of the community video, is to grow the know, like, and trust factors. So these are often maybe like a little less produced, a little bit more intimate, more of like conversational type of feel. And maybe a week later after that video is published, no one's watching it anymore. It went through your subscriber feed, the video's dead, and that's okay because it accomplished its purpose, which is to grow the connection you have with your audience. Nice. And so if you do both of those, especially if you're just starting out, I would think maybe like 80% discoverable, 20% community content, and then just kind of balancing out. Your channel grows and you get to like Casey Neistat level, and it's like all 100% community because he's getting the watch time, the viewer signals, everything he needs to just grow his channel. So, so in strategy, try to maybe think of those 2 buckets just to start out with.
Man, you are amazing, man. I've been following your channel for a while now, and you've been a tremendous help to my brand, our team, and just love seeing you win and succeed.
Thank you.
I'm just excited. You are the first person I've ever kind of partnered with and brought onto my channel in the expert space. And I'm excited about this one because I believe networking is so important to grow. I'm learning, and while I'm learning, I'm sharing what I'm learning with the world, with my tribe and our audience. And I'm just excited. How important is that to network when growing a YouTube channel?
It's pretty important. I mean, it's time consuming. It can be costly to travel to events, but you probably, if you're watching this, you probably have other friends in your school who are making videos as well, right?
That's good.
You might not know them yet, but you can just start asking around, telling people to make videos, and just asking who are the other people, and so collaborating like we're doing, like we're cross promoting each other's channels through like a collaboration like this. But collaborations don't have to be cross promotional. It's just building relationships with people. And but without the expectation of like, well, I care about you because you have 1 million subscribers and I only have 100, so I want to make sure. But you have no subscribers, I don't care about you. Like, that's not. Everyone has equal worth and value, and so it's like always about how can I give value, even if you're a 100 subscriber channel and I'm a 1 million subscriber channel, and you can't do it for everyone. But I think like I would want to do for some what I wish I could do for all, and that's better than doing none of it at all. That kind of rhymed, actually. But
that was a pretty dope rhyme right there. I like that.
Yeah. So think about like how can you link arms with other people who share your mission, your why on YouTube, your belief, who are all about reaching those people, and how can you learn from each other, and just sitting around and just talking about your channels can like, oh yeah, I never thought about that before, or that's a great idea, or how would you guys solve this problem? It's not just about cross promoting, it's just about like linking arms and growing a group of people who will support you and encourage you and really help you meet your goals on YouTube as you do for them.
Ah, man, I love it. I love it. You know, Tim, you're the guy with 300,000, nearly 400,000 subscribers. I'm just a rookie in the game with nearly 20,000 subscribers. So the fact that you're on this channel helping me grow and helping all of us grow, man, we appreciate you. And we want to say thank you for everything you're doing. Yeah, man. Y'all, like I said, a couple of weeks ago, y'all, Tim and I was in LA. He was a superstar there. Everyone knows him. He was with YouTube doing some great things. And so, Tim, where can they follow you? We're going to put all your information below, but how can they connect with you here on YouTube?
Yeah, if you're interested in learning how to grow your YouTube channel so you can reach people and impact their lives, go to youtube.com/video creators is my channel. We just got videos every live stream Monday, then videos on Tuesday, Thursday, just to help you guys learn how to do that and encourage you so that you can turn this into a business, that you can pay some of those bills and reach and impact a lot of people's lives in the process. That's what it's all about.
Well, you guys, we're going to link all of this. We're going to link his YouTube channel, his Instagram, and everything below in the description. I'm just excited because I'm learning a lot. So y'all join me. Go subscribe to his channel because every week I'm listening and learning from this guy. So, Tim, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks for having me.